So I was looking at this week's Dreadbloon and it looks like a lot of the towers got banned. There's no Dark Paragon, there's no damage amplifiers through the sniper, through the ice, and what I thought was, why not restrict ourselves even more? I mean, if they're gonna restrict that many towers, why not give ourselves a challenge and try and beat it using only one tower out of each category? So that's what we're doing today. Today we're gonna be trying to beat Elite Dreadbloon. This is not a normal one, it's the Elite one, and we're gonna try and beat it by using only 4 towers. Not 4 in total, but 4 different towers, because we're obviously gonna need a lot more versus Elite Dreadbloon. And so the towers I picked were the Boomerang from the primaries. It's gonna be the Ace from the military ones, because obviously we're gonna need some Paragon damage later on. And I was thinking of going for the Ninja, but then I thought it might be a little bit too easy because there's a Ninja Paragon as well. And so instead of getting the Ninja, I went for the Alchemist. Now the Alchemist is gonna be super useful because there are just a bunch of lead balloons, and this thing is just going to make a ridiculous amount of money. So from the magic category, we're using the Alchemist, and then obviously the farms, because again is the elite one. Okay, so I just got 3 marketplaces. I'm gonna leave it at that, and here's the plan. I guess we're kind of working with what we have at this point. So the main issue is going to be the primary immunity, and as soon as we get rid of that one, we can easily beat it with turbochargers. And so my idea for beating that is using the transforming tonic Alchemists, and hopefully this is gonna be enough to deal with the primary immunity. And we're just waiting to see what's gonna happen. How much damage do these Alchemists do, and is this gonna be enough? So the transforming tonic ability is ready. I'm gonna put it on strong, but yeah, this thing is doing kind of fine, I guess, right? What's the uptime? It's about 50%. It's a little bit less than 50%, but it should be fine, I think. Okay, so let's try and alternate between the abilities. So I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna have this thing on strong, and then as soon as one ability ends, I'm gonna use the second one. So that should be now. There we go. Oh, that was beautiful timing. Okay, so one more transforming tonic ability, and then we can use the turbochargers finally. There we go. Okay, let's use the turbochargers. Let's do the same thing. Let's use the turbochargers one by one, just like we did with the Alchemist, and these things completely melt them. I mean, these guys are 0-for-2 because, well, obviously it's a lead balloon, so we have to go for the bomb pad, but they just get rid of everything. They even deal with the rock balloons very easily, which is nice, and that's gonna be super useful, I think, for the tier 2, even though they're gonna be a lot harder. So immune to magic, but that thing is soon gonna end, and we're gonna be able to use the transforming tonic abilities again. This thing is on strong. I should have these guys on first, right? Yeah, let's get them on first. So having these guys on first means that they focus the boss, because these rock balloons, if your towers are set on strong, they're gonna make them attack them, which is very interesting and can be kind of griefy at some point. Okay, so that was tier 1. Let's just sell a bunch of these towers that we don't need, and let's just try and focus on farming at this point. Okay, so tier 2 elite Dreadbloon coming up, and as you guys can see, I had a bunch of 0-2-3 farms which I sold. I'm getting the Flying Fortress, and this thing is, again, it's only here just to get rid of the primary immunity. This is a very good tower for tier 2, I guess, but it's a very expensive one. That's kind of a problem with it, because you can kind of buy it, but it completely decimates your farming. That's why it's not exactly, it's a good tower in terms of doing damage, but it's not really the best choice because you can beat it for a lot less. But there goes the primary immunity. Let's sell the Flying Fortress. Let's get the promo charge and also 2 turbochargers at the top just to be safe. Oh my god, this thing is not even dealing with the rock balloons. Okay, let's use these abilities at top. Is this how we're gonna do this entire thing? Do we need another Flying Fortress? I really don't want to do that. That is just going to completely destroy our farming, which is not in a good shape anyways. I mean, look at this. It's round 65. We only have 3 BRFs, and then it's just a bunch of tier 3 farms. Well, this is number 4 and number 5, but come on. This thing is not doing nearly enough damage. I think I just might have to go for another Flying Fortress. I shouldn't be stalling anymore. I think I should just buy another Flying Fortress, and that's about it. This promo charge is not doing enough damage. So yeah, I mean, let's just replace it. Let's just sell the promo charge. Let's just get the Flying Fortress. And it's even dealing with the rock balloons a little bit better than these guys, so this should be fine. But at this point, I'm very concerned about our farming. So we have a Flying Fortress, but we only have 6 BRFs, and it's round 72. The next one, the tier 3 elite one, is coming in 8 rounds. How are we gonna beat that one? Okay, so there's the tier 2, and here's the plan. Selling the Flying Fortress. I'm gonna get the Banana Central as soon as possible, and then I'm gonna keep buying BRFs as much as possible, I think. Or maybe I cave into the old habits, because I don't know what's better. Is it better to spam marketplaces just because the boss is coming out in a few rounds, or is it better to spam BRFs at this point? I have no idea. I think I'm just gonna buy one more BRF here at the corner just because it's gonna cure my OCD. It's only 5 rounds until the next boss comes out. That is insane. Our farming is just whack at this point. Okay, so tier 3 is coming up, and this is the plan. I'm gonna get the Flying Fortress, but the thing is, I'm not sure if the Flying Fortress is gonna have enough damage on its own. It's actually not gonna have enough damage on its own, so I guess I'm gonna buy the Sky Shredder and a bunch of Spectres just to get rid of the primary immunity, and then we are going to go straight into the Boomer Paragon. I think I should have went for BRFs, honestly, because it's just such a long time period in which the BRFs were gonna make so much more money. So let's just not get too hung on that one. Let's just get the Sky Shredder, the Flying Fortress, and everything, and hopefully everything's gonna finish in like a decent time frame, which is gonna allow us to basically get some farming going for the next year as well. Okay, this is getting a little problematic because it's round 91. The next one is coming in 9 rounds, and we haven't even dealt with the primary immunity. It's gonna pop right now. Okay, so let's go. Let's sell everything. Let's sell a bunch of these farms. Let's get the marketplaces out here, and let's just upgrade the Boomerang Paragon. This thing is gonna be the boss, but when is the question. So hopefully this finishes in like a decent time frame, which is not looking like it is, because tier 4 is coming in 6 rounds. You need to hurry up, Mr. Boomerang Paragon. Round 95, we have no time. There is no time. Let's get the farms going. Let's just get a bunch of BRFs going at this point, and hopefully this is enough for the next year. Okay, so tier 4 is out, and these past few rounds, I've been kind of thinking about what I want to do with this one. And I came to the unfortunate conclusion that we have no choice at this point but to go for the Ace Paragon. Now, that thing costs $900,000, and even if I sold all the farms at this point, it's not going to be enough money. I'm just waiting at this point, and I'm hoping that it's not going to be too many. This is going to be a timing issue, because here's what I want to do. I want to get the Goliath, I want to get the Ace Paragon, and then as soon as the Ace Paragon just pops the primary immunity, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to get the Boomerang Paragon, which is going to be a degree 20 if everything's done correctly, and then that degree 20 Boomerang Paragon is going to pop the boss by itself, and then I'm going to use all of the rest of the money to just buy farms, and hopefully all of this happens in a reasonable time frame, because it's round 106 and we haven't even bought the Ace Paragon at this point. Okay, round 108, we have to do it. We just have to sell a bunch of farms. Let's get the Goliath. Let's see, what degree is it? I didn't see. It's degree 24. That's nice. I mean, it's not really nice if you want to be the tier 5, but it's going to do the job for this one. So let's get the ability right there. I just need this thing to get rid of the primary immunity, and that's it. So as soon as it pops, I'm going to sell it and buy the Boomer Paragon. So let's just use the ability, sell it immediately. I'm going to sell this farm in the middle and just get the Glaive Dominus. So it's a degree 20. We did everything right. Okay, so tier 4 is about to pop, but I'm going to be honest, I do not like where this is going, guys. So round 114, and we only have 6 rounds until the next one comes out, and we have about 100,000 in our bank account, which is definitely not looking very good at this point. Okay, let's just try and squeeze in a bunch of Spectres at this point just to try and have them collect a little bit of pops. I mean, it's like 3 rounds until the boss comes out, but it is what it is. Okay, round 119, here it comes. 285,000, that's how much we have at this point. So let's just let these guys collect a little bit of pops, and then we're just gonna have to sell all of our farms and just buy the Goliath and hope for the best. Okay, I don't want to let this thing go on for too long, so I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now, because I'm not sure what degree the Ace Paragon is gonna be, and we need to start the damage going as soon as possible. So let's just sell all of the farms. This is the final push. This is it. Let's get the Goliath as soon as possible and then keep selling the things. So it's a degree 36. I guess that's going to be fine because the ability does a lot of damage, but its auto attacks are not going to do that much damage at all. Let's just get rid of the farmers as well and see what happens. It's the Boomerang Paragon and the Ace Paragon versus the Elite Dreadbloon. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I got the Flying Fortress. I'm getting 2 Spectres at this point just to get a tiny bit amount of damage going. This thing is the most important part of the run because the Boomerang Paragon does definitely not do enough damage. So I guess I'm going to buy another Permacharge, which is going to get buffed by the Perma Brew. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but at this point, I'm just fishing for everything. So I guess I'm going to sell both of these Spectres just to get some damage going and then rebuy them. What's happening? Are we looking at bugs at this point? Are we just discovering bugs at this point? I have no idea what's happening. It should be doing damage. It used to do damage. We saw it do damage in the previous tiers. Okay, so it's round 131, and at this point, the military immunity is going to go, but it's going to be a race against time. So are these two going to be able to beat this thing? That's the main issue that we're going to have right now. So there we go. The military immunity is gone, and it's just both of these guys doing full damage, but let's see if they're going to make it in time. Yeah, this ability is just destroying it. This is the MVP. If we didn't have the ability, I don't think we're going to be able to do this, but this Paragon is just insane for this ability. I think we have this, actually. And there we go. Wow, that was such a nice challenge. That was a boss run that I enjoyed very much. Let's see how many pops these Paragons did. Let's just check them out and see what happened. So the Boomerang was at 22 million. And then how much did the A's do? It did 15 million. That's nice. That was such a fun run. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.